What up guys, welcome back to another episode of Dishes and Fishes, where I show you how to cook and set hooks. Today I want to talk to you about the best baits in my experience to get fish out of the grass. One of the best places to fish in the summer, regardless of where you are, is grass. I'm not talking necessarily about really thick grass mats, I'm talking more about weed lines. Before we get into specific baits, I want to explain to you my approach when I see a grass line. Generally, when I see a nice juicy grass line, I'll break it down into regions. The top of the grass, in the grass, and on the bottom below the grass, if you will. So each of these approaches comes with different baits. Let's start with the top of the grass. So the first bait that you want to throw on top of the grass is a topwater. Now this is all going to depend on the length of the grass. If the grass just isn't at the surface, or if there's some lanes in the grass where you can get a spook through, topwaters work great. If the grass is at the surface, a frog would work great. But topwaters are awesome fishing above grass. The next go-to bait for me on top of the grass are weightless soft plastics, especially a fluke. I have another video I did on flukes explaining them more in depth, but they are an awesome bait fish imitating bait, and they can cut their way right through pretty thick grass. Another weightless soft plastic that I like to use is the senko, which I already did a video on as well, check that out. But those are two awesome weightless soft plastics for above the grass. Now let's kind of work our way into the grass. Sometimes it can definitely be frustrating fishing grass because you get your bait stuck in them a lot. So the trick is finding baits that can get through them. If I'm fishing above the grass and I can't get any of the fish to come out, that's when I start going in the grass. The very, very best bait that gets through the grass, in my opinion, is a swim jig. Swim jigs come in a variety of colors, variety of companies. I also did a video on swim jig fishing, but there's no better bait that gets through the grass than a swim jig. If I start fishing in the grass, that's the first thing I'll throw. If I can't get them to bite a swim jig, I will try a spinner bait. Sometimes spinner baits get caught in the grass and, like a swim jig, will require a little bit of a rod tip shake. If they're not biting a swim jig, I'll turn to a spinner bait just because it makes a little bit more racket, a little bit more flash. And some days spinner baits just slay them. I don't understand the magic of spinner baits. Everybody throws them. They've been throwing them for years. But around grass, they work. I've caught tons of pike, by the way, on spinner baits around grass. It's kind of like candy for them. But that's my second bait when I'm in the grass, when I'm trying to attack inside the grass. And my last awesome bait for when I'm trying to attack in the grass is a lipless crankbait. I'm not a crankbait fisherman. It's not my go-to technique in most cases, but there are times of the year where a red-eye shad lipless crankbait or any type of red lipless crankbait, ripping it through the grass, it kills it. Fishing a lipless crankbait also requires a little bit of patience. It gets hung up in the grass, but with a quick rip of your rod, it'll cut through. That's usually when the largemouth will come out and grab it. Lipless crankbaits are super fun. You can kind of just go buck wild, retrieve them fast. You can yo-yo them. You can retrieve them slow, but they're really fun to fish. And times of the year when the fish are in the grass, it produces an excellent reaction bite. If those two methods don't work and I know fish are in the grass, I will turn to flipping. I already did a video explaining flipping in detail, but that's the last thing I'll try because it's much slower paced than those other two methods, and I just prefer to start with them. So next time you're out fishing grass, break the grass down into those three regions, try those baits, you'll get something. Thanks for watching, good luck. Comment below on what you guys want to see next. Thanks.